It's not, instead of a dating sim, it's a friend sim. I'm just befriending people, I assume. The fan stuff's for the extras, the good stuff, I assume. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start. Volume 1. I think I just select any volume to start at. That'd be funny. Okay. Volume 1. Haven't read it in a while. You have just You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world, desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are now desperate for friendship. You guys know friendship is magic? Want someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You are not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Oh, the real Homestuck was the real friends made away. Our data. Oh, it just clicked it when I did that. Okay. I didn't realize it would do that. I didn't actually I clicked and dragged off and it clicked. Okay. Well, it wasn't any question I was going to pick to start. Let's be real. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. Boom. Double check on how loud this music is. That's what I assume was a decent volume. Not bad. Dear. Oh, wait, I guess I gotta do voices. Dear God. Is that the one? Dear God. Dear God. Yeah, that's it. And just what are you supposed to be? Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You are also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh my. Oh shit. Have you not seen Rex Dual Angels? Not yet. She's peak. She's actually just the best. Oh shit. Oh, I like the nails. Oh, how funny is this? How very droll. You instant fell in love with her. I don't know if you can tell, there's a specific type of character I really like. You want to be my... what did I do at first? I feel I've changed it already. You want to be my You want to be my friend. It's too much this thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. Hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk And just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave? Ooh, damn. Do I gotta become friends with the leader? I guess she's way gone, I guess, huh? It wouldn't even matter. Way far away. You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawned on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunter pond. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social incompetence. I'd say, whoa. Maybe eventually, but I don't know. That's a tough statement right there. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of three eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I'll think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she's just got you to stay a little longer so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic, While your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you, unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. The zodiac is down. Sad. Oh, my dear, you're sad. So amusing to me, mildly endearing even. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease. You are a completely pitiful fool. You're completely a pitiful fool. Now one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod. You are practicing explanatory control over your nose. You have gotten yourself some action, and I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There's a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed. Those are some good nails. Some good hair. Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for, a new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do is try not to fuck anything up at all, possibly for many hours. Come into my hive this way. After me, you look like you could use nourishment. I don't know what it is. That hello, you've missed the music in a pretty good fan fiction. I don't know what it is. That whatever you eat generally, it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand. If I tell you to, how does that sound? How does it sound? It sounds fine, I guess. Get the fuck out of my face and never come back. Rejection. Fuck, I should be save scumming, shouldn't I? First loss, yes indeed. Good thing I didn't really say I was going to drink the pickle shot. Okay. What am I doing? Wait, is this the section? No, I'm scared. Never mind. Always save before choices. Yes, we do the save scumming here. And to practice, I shall do it. Oh wait, no, there's a quick button in these games. I shall do it now. Boom. It sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely, obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can, without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well, until you realize one of your arms is probably broken too. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Come with me, there's something I need your help with. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat. As soon as promised. You pass through her kitchen and out the other side to another room. You guess dinner can wait. She got the meat hooks. That's cool. Oh, look, she makes bread. She has like a bread scraper, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a square napkin. This way, try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such a good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster through another door into a much darker room and now down a flight of stairs. It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry though. I keep fucking up everything. What's that? You're hungry too. I have not forgotten forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. Oh. You look around with a sense of relief. You see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shapes and sizes. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. He struggles to say, help. Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. Help, she says. He says, help, by which I mean hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great, beautiful Ardada. Ardada? I guess I didn't figure out how to say her name. Oh well. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside me if she permitted. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again. I don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come over here. This is what I need your help with if you're going to have any value as a friend. You're led into a dark corner of this, well, you're going to call it like you see it, this dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. Would you befriend her? I don't know if I'd have the willpower to do that. But damn, I'd try. It's a box containing a table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. And I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume others required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This is exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal, a friendly banter, perhaps a sling for your arm, and a remedial balm for your ribs since you opened the box without protest. Hold on. Before you start, this will make for an excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. She set up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. Your video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in one corner of the screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Other rectangles contain shots of other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with perks of instant stardom. You may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you and holding a chalice swishing around some viscous liquid it contains. You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it, to be perfectly honest. This doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad. I'm sorry, this activity is not to your liking. You reassure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say as you swish the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Damn. Maybe I died to the double wink. Continue. You open the little bag full of screwdrivers. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go to? Judging from the picture, the table doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this thing even come with Allen wrenches? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but you don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. Just do your best assembling the table. This is what friends are for. Decide it would be best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would probably consider it bad form. You'll just make do and twist in all the screws by hand as best you can. Your broken arm isn't making this any easier. You favor the other one. The prop pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holes align. It's really frustrating work, you're not going to lie. As you are twisting in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck, but you've already turned it too tight. Now it's harder to get it out. You twist in reverse harder, but your fingers slip and the table pieces start to slide. They're going to fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams you in the broken ribs on its way to the floor. It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. She's another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together, maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to this project. You will get the screw from under there a bit later. Maybe when you need the final screw, you turn your attention back to the table pieces and try a different strategy. You place the biggest parts, the table platform, flat on the floor. The legs would be pointing upwards if they were attached. You position one leg in the right spot, in alignment with the holes. Sit on the table platform and steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. She sounds so pleased. It's strange. You admit for watching this sort of activity to make someone so happy. But you also have to admit to taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even, if only somewhat menially, to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the caged kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out from underneath its hiding place. Nice. Everyone's working like a team down here. Ardata does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches towards him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back under the thing. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice. You guess that was against the rules? You said to make a note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. That is respectable, I guess. Running a tight ship, very tight. About an hour later, you have all 4 legs on, plus some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle mightily with the thing to get it upright, using your only good arm. It seems she may have forgotten about the final missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you're only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers. But again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink, and the chalice is now on a side table somewhere awful looking things called and crawls along the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider, the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is preposterously large. Actually, you think it's a huge tick. That's what it looks like. It settles just in front of her. She puts her leg on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you. No, you fool. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up. You stand up, embarrassed, again without looking at the caged kid. She raises an arm toward him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on the surface. She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, did you? You aren't sure what table stickball is. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of arena stickball played on a table. You got it? You don't, but you nod. Now, go to it. You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. That seems to be the right thing to do since the thing comes fitted with shackles. She gets up and lifts her huge tick-like pet. It makes more grumpy noises. Arena stickball mentioned. Stickball seems so cool. Fuck, it seems really cool, actually. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered unable to protest. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. Dark rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it has attached to the boy's neck. Moments go by while she looks gratified by the process, proud. Almost. Then she looks at you expectantly. Well, you don't know what she means. The final screw. Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know. Of course. What were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. You stoop very low to the ground on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there. And goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it. Yeah, just a little further. You have an idea. A tool would be handy. Guess that screwdriver will come in handy after all. How did she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You think you're liking her more every minute. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes. Yes. You got it. You think you carefully scrape it closer to yourself, then pick it up. Then go back to the table and find the one remaining hole you left unscrewed. You slide on the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is. The table is creaking, wobbling a bit. Now, the tick is really getting into its dinner, it seems. All of the loose screws in the table have added up to a lot of give and leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help. Ardetta has returned to the setup with the monitor. She's adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom of the camera and typing some remarks into a chat window. This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscriber. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not one to lose friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in the final screw, but the stresses on the table are causing the holes to be misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop, then the sound of scraping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out from the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of shit this thing is. You think you're a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. Damn. All 4 legs splay dramatically out from the underneath it at once like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crushing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain and flail to pull yourself up, out. Ooh. You forget you're still holding the screwdriver. In your desperate flailing, you plunge the screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso from under this shitty table. You have an idea. Your broken arm starts slapping the big ass of the screaming tick while yelling, "Yee-haw!" You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind. Phew, this friendship business sure is a heck of a hard work. All friendships are. But your plan works. You've been pulled out from under the tomb. You spent the last hour constructing for yourself. Fuck. Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now and riding like the wind. As you and your blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff, you hear a boy crying. You guys, Ardata became distracted enough by your foolish display to cease their paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness. Oh God, you might be blowing it right now. And am I blowing it? I'm not blowing it. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, ow, ow. Your brittle pelvis feels every step on the way up. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over its backside and sail 50 yards through the air. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage this friendship. You know you can. You turn your back to look at her hive. Ardata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She is flipping you off. It will not be my friend. Oh, no. Friendship business is real work. Damn. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Hello, hello. Let's get the hell out of here. First, you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Damn, she's always had long hair, huh? Fluffy clouds in the sky, ironing some clothes. A winning touchdown pass from the sports. Ardata's long black hair spilling over her cloak. Wait, these are not innocent thought. Shut it down. Shut it down. There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl the screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand towards one of the kids in the cages. The kids tense up and lifts a hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes midair right in front of Ardata's head. You're up the stairs. She twitches a finger. The cage kid does a full body spasm, and the screwdriver goes sailing towards you. It stabs deep into your leg, and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. You're a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and you think your arm is broken in 2 places now. And that didn't seem very friendly. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work, even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg. but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try to pull out that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating up the stairs. Wait, no. Your body's sensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you do? Wait, what? She can't be. Use both of your arms and all your strength to pick her up entirely. The pain from your arms is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. Additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang on to you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. Our data's too good. This is better. Now onwards and upwards, my new friend. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up the long flight of stairs. You carry her all the way. Good job. I did it. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at a table. Yeah, we knew you'd love art. I mean, who don't I love? I mean, that's the real question. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I'm benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. Consider the transgression bled beneath the albator. You exhale. Now that she mentions it, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get the chance to pull this screwdriver out of your leg. You pull out a chair and attempt to sit down, but your legs lock up, and then you stand again. Apparently, this was not the right thing to do. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hock of some sort of alien mystery meat. You put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for the big dangly meat cleaver. You chop the hock, wincing with every swing of the cleaver. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate. Very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she's the one doing the cooking. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and knife beside it. Your muscles relax as you apparently are allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and the chair on the other side of the table. Guitar battery. What is that? What did I miss? What's going on in chat? Like guitar batteries. Oh. Should you prepare a plate yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Well, looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next under your own volition? Oh, a good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do next is. Actually, it seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who's not a friend at all. Being this way again, you clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait even a second longer, you will probably be guilty of being a bad friend, maybe even a dreadful one. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? Oh, well, that's my only option. Let's just save to be safe. Anything funny happen if I just chill here? No. Feed her. This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She's looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other. Ow. You can't do it. Your arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her. You think not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. You put the fork down. You pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with a careful sighing motion. You put the knife down and pick up the fork. Instead of piece, you put it closer to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very good technique. Well-sized morsels, too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She's very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. Meat looks good, very good. Your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer any. Oh well, when it's the right time for you to eat too, you're sure she'll let you know. The meal. I was myself. If Friendsim is meant to be a joke, I assume a lot of Homestuck is meant to be a joke. The meal is finished. There is no more meat except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you did not try to feed her. That would be thoughtless. Very bad service. She reclines and stipples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she is laughing, but did you do something funny? Oh my, ha 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 ha. What a fool. You point at yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done that was foolish. If so, you're also still not sure what she finds so amusing. Oh, ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. She pauses her laughter for a minute, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls in her cheek from her bottom eye. Damn, she's crying. And the truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny what's happening here. It was a good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have an idea what to do about this. You stand there, still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. That's a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this. To be so superior to so many. It is expected of you. Much is presumed about that your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based only on what you think people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I try harder? Maybe this is not my true calling after all. Being to offer words of sympathy, this all seems heartbreaking to you. Your poor new friend, but your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily because it's not your turn to speak yet. Okay, that's for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends. But what happens if I change my brand? I stop being so sinister online. My friends and followers will deride and reject me, and my superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers? Well, will I be in a cage someday listening to a fucking fool honk his horn for likes? No, I must persist. How lonely it is to know this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comfort left for me here. Until I can get a ship and fly away, pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grips tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. You bring it down hard on her. You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. 3 trails of Cerulean blood flow from the tines where they were pierced her skin. That wasn't friendly, you think, but then you weren't the one who did it, were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are not my real friends, damn. Our data is truly getting better by the sentence, man. By the statement. They adore me for only my sinister contents. The show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter. Whoa. Well, I wouldn't say she's better. She gets better as herself gets better. She's not better than, Vriska. If I get jealous of them sometimes because they get to watch my content, it must be thrilling, I think. But maybe I'm just jealous because they get to be people who aren't me. This is fucking deep, I know. Apologies if you can't relate. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate. Bristol, you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in the cage aren't my friends. Yeah, either. They act like they're my friends though, and sometimes I even believe it. They don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who's ever really wanted to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you. You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. That's it. I've decided it. You have passed the test. You'll become my friend officially. As such, I think a reward is in order. You are overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A new real friend. But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body's doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion, pick the plate and fork. You position the plate over your outer mouth and scrape all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. Jesus Christ. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds, then you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. It's like friendship. Success? We won? Did we win? We won! Let's go! Okay. Alright. I guess it's time for the bratwurst. Really liked her. Really liked that little story. The fucking freaky, but hey, we got this guy. You've just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world, desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Do you know friendship is witchcraft? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Yeah. Okay, Demon, Zikali, Demon, Demon. It's Demon, right? Demon? Yeah, I'm gonna say Demon. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. What's yeah, how's this guy gonna sound? A guy, right? I assume it's a guy because like it feels like a guy name in like the troll society. I've only met so many trolls. What? What's up? Ugh. Hang on, sorry, I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You aren't sure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift towards the obvious target, the exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. Oh no, I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. They all do this. Everyone does this. Everyone does this. Well, I already lost the voice. Well, Forget it. I've been shrinked down to 2 other on-long meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. Maybe it's because he's of rust blood. Some of the later Friendsim trolls are my favorite of the blues color. All you really want is to make a new buddy so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mute my mic when I did that. Oh, God. Such a weird taste. Boom. Oh, wait, did I read that? I probably did. I see. You just want a friend. You just want a friend and not my sweet me. Oh. Can you do this in every Renpai game? Am I an idiot? What the heck? All I do is make my new buddy so you don't feel quite alone in this strange new world. I still don't like the voice he chose for the guy. I see. You just want a friend and not my sweet meat. Sorry. I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that grainy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. These are odd ways to express the thing he's saying, you think. But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Alright, we're safe, Scumman still. Ask if I can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. Let me get the tip of that dog. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye. No. The VN saves coming is just optimal. Optimal in my it's not about being optimal. It's about having self-respect. I don't save scum, I suffer. Scooby lives nearby. Yeah. I used to mean my place was bombed by drones a while ago. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I'm pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough, crash landed here, hungry and friendless. And come to think of it, feels like your arm is broken, your ribs too. Maybe that's enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh wait, we are friends now. Like, it's official. Man, I don't know. How do we slow it down a bit? See how things go. I'm not saying it's out of the question. I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, Not just another looking Luke gunning for my delicacy. Oh damn. You got out over your skis again. Of course, he's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive topic. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it. In fact, don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one, and no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice on some primal level your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiled. Oh, whoa, that's the full screen thing. This guy has a haircut. Juice. I literally made this juice myself, and it'll literally becoming like kombucha or whatever it's spelled. If you make juice yourself, it's more likely to spoil. You don't put preservatives in, like, you know, like big companies do. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. Oh wait, you pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming. A few freckles here and there. A mop of messy hair draping over his face. Freckles. Freckles make anyone look better. It's a fact. And red hair. What a nice friend this would be to have. You think he's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial this down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend, nothing more. You should try to spark up some non-meat related conversation soon, before things get awkward. Oh, you wonder about his house. It got bombed. Yeah, I know. Yeah. What I do for this guy's voice, I was like, yeah, you know. Routine drone passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little calling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My Lucius, not so much. He's a goner. Oh. You don't know what a Lucius is, but you can deduce it was something important to him, who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide to the right place to show sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoy savory bundle lights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good though, it's hard to stop. Also, I favor the juicy meats before he died anyway. It's something we did together. How did we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it. Please, dude, don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up. And you don't want to correct him. The boy is clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? We give him a friendly pat on the back. You keep it simple. Pat on the back a couple times, you know, kind of nonchalantly, very demure. Everything's going to be okay since you're his new friend, or at least working towards earning that status. He was a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked. You're right. I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life, scourging for sumptuous indulgences whenever I may find them. By rumming through awful drums or smooth tacking the right mark sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my Lucius, but I think he would be proud of me. If I can make it without him, I can survive on my own. I know he would be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Actual rich people on chat. Couldn't be me. Wish it was me though. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals together. Can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I can probably live the ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long. With a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work. You look confused at the last remark, but again, don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here. It's okay. Rushbloods don't live a long time.
Blood class is higher than mine, progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers basically live forever. Kind of crazy and seems unfair. That's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. Almost grateful. I don't have to very long to make it in this world. I think I know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle this into a nice short ride, keep it low profile, taking some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand, it seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug and continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude towards many delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this more than once and lost some friends that way. Oh, well, there is some past personal drama I do not want to think about. Let me tell you. Like, I like Damon more. I kind of like Damon, yeah, more than fucking forgot her name already. That's how much I like this guy better. Yeah, but you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me. No offense, but you are. Sure, someone would vaporize a harness goof like you. No questions asked. Her name is Ardata. It says her name is in the past. It's old news. Get with the times. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared. You say you've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that. Oh, man. Looks like that arm hurts, huh? I guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, hold this a second. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh, wow. He wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust, you're overwhelmed. Oh my god. I'm gonna grip his meat. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on and takes the hot dog back from you. Hands you the shirt. You gotta be comfortable with yourself like this. Yeah, I made you a sling. Yeah, I made you a sling out of it. Damn, this dude's cool as fuck. That should help. He's right, it does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. This shirt smells like meat too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. Decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his Lucius, you guess. You think that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets back a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. Oh, do I get to see his eye? I don't, not just yet. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested is in his friendship. You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship,
or really companionship of any sort. Well, that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest.
Listen, dude, this gorgeous meat product we both admire, I'm thinking maybe we share it. Oh, oof. Wow.
Would you share a glorious meat product with me?
I think that sounds pretty good, actually.
Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry, and you're beside yourself with gratitude that Demon was willing to share with something so precious to him. It really means a lot.
Here, I have an idea. He brings his face close to yours. He holds a hot dog between your face with both ends of the dog pointing to his mouth and yours. Oh my God. You're not sure what he wants you to do. You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot dog with him. Lady in the Tramp style. Oh my God. Yes, if pressed on it, you'd agree the act is uncomfortably erotic. But you have to admit it is a good way to share a food item, whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. And you absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog, as he does with his simultaneous. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite, and he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. It's throwing off your chewing a bit, but makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. You keep going without really quite swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog collecting in your throat is getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explosively into his face. No. Oh my God, did I fumble the friendship over like that? He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back, and he's staring at you with wide eyes, hot dog bun bits all over his face. He says nothing for a moment. He puts his hand to his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking. He points at his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The Heimlich, of course. That's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. Get behind him, you get behind him and put your good arms around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist in under his ribs, trying to dislodge his domesticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. It really hurts though. You'll have to make the sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm from its sling and grab your fist from in front of his belly and squeeze. You try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue, deep red? You guess because its blood is rust color. Sure, that makes sense. It really doesn't. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the expulsion creates enough force in the other direction it causes you to accidentally lift him up into the air and accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. Holy fuck. Sorry. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked in an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline towards a nearby neighborhood, towards a street. Look, Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Demon's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curb. And after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your big ass. Damn. You hear a crack? Demon, you slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. Check his mouth. The road is clear of hot dog debris. Oh God. This can't be happening. You look around panicked. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You have to hide the body. You see a couple of kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You gotta find a bush or something. There, over there. Looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush, and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You've got to come up with a better... Wait a minute. Someone is standing behind you. Oh, hello, strange. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. You killed him. Damn. Oh, that's good. I fumbled. I killed him. How could I do something so far from the task at hand? I guess he's a hugger. Give him a reassuring hug. You open your arms. Approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit, as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance. He leans backwards a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong, but there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent, heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly. It goes well for a moment until you realize your arm is broken and seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand, and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach it from the hug so you can catch the hot dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets smashed under your big dumbass. The moment it makes contact with the ground, Demon lets out a shriek. No, dude, my dog. You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks, but your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable, just a gross meaty mud mash, like the hot dog never even existed. Demon howls in agony and slumps backward against a tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You are absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come, during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy's being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item. Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends, or for the matter, people you're trying to desperately become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You're run by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There's no need to wallow in the self-indiscrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Demon pricks up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over, to bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that aloud, but you really hope it's true. I don't know. I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I am united with another plump treat. Listening with perspiration, steaming, relaxing comfortably in a soft, melt in your mouth loaf. Damn, now I really want a hot dog. Guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet and frankly don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for here. A real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction he obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out or if stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through the streets and winding through the yards of strange-looking houses he follows. He takes care to make sure you both are not seen, which could get you both in trouble apparently. The improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? Seems like maybe you're Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find it, you say. You just don't want anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. Phew. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take a bold action to keep his interest in this wiener quest. You say this way. Down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode. In the sewer? Yes, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour or several of sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do that. To do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs. Oh, hell yeah. You know it. After you, man. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer, you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere right now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like, you do this every day. Just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep of second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie. I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter. But this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit down next to him and with your broken arm, put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts when making a new friend. I kinda suck. My luscious is gone. I don't have any skills. And most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. Probably just gonna get cold. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. I like talking people out of their fine sausage using tricks or other ploys which end up losing me friends. Then unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice for me or would want me to have that sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this wrong? Is this shitty improvised super escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. It's never been emotional, but like this is new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you my friend, man. Whatever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune. You hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog. Maybe for you to clumsily defile. So maybe this is the moment. Wait, what's that? A deep bumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnel. Oh shit! They found us. It's a drone, dude. I guess on like sewer duty. We gotta run. He gets up and grabs your hand and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns his way and that, as the rumbling gets closer, he slips on something and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro, I can't swim. Oh, your bad arm farms her chance on a ledge, and through its very painful and heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. Find a nearby ladder, shove him up her until he starts climbing on his own, and follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible and completely exhausted, but at least you're safe, you think. Hey man, just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy how it all turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me. Let me tell you, I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful glaze of presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye just above him, something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here, freezing in fact. You finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages, thousands of them. You begin to sob. What do you mean? This is just friendship, the homies. I saw your resume says, or is the game already like that? It's normal. This is normal homie stuff. You're sobbing. Soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other. You let it all out. Suddenly, it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day in your life. Meet heaven. Dun dun. Wow. This is the best. This is the best guy. Wow. This is the best guy in all of Homestuck. Now, I can't think of anyone who's better. Well, maybe I can, but not at this moment. Wow, that was wonderful. Was there an option here? Or was this the one when he died? When he died. Okay. Well.
Better than even Vriska? Maybe better than Vriska, you know, but who knows, who knows, who knows. How the hell do I use this shit again? Main menu, okay. Really cool guy. Awesome guy. Oh, genuinely, like, he might just be the best one. He might be better than Vriska. Might. Like, if I was doing that hot dog thing, you know, like, you know, the Lady and the Tramp hot dog style, I wouldn't fumble. Just saying. That's me, though. Real me wouldn't fumble that bag. Friendship, good game. The friendship was achieved.